Let's go. Mike Garafolo of the NFL Network is reporting that the New York Jets are bringing in quarterback Derek Carr this weekend for a visit. This is massive, okay? There's been so much speculation, so much talk about Derek Carr not being like a quote-unquote fit for the New York market, the New York media. I got to be honest with you, when I look at the veterans that have came to this team, it seems like all these guys embrace it, right? Brandon Marshall, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Josh McCown. Like, these guys aren't necessarily cut from the same exact cloth, but they come in and they deal with it pretty well. To me, it seems like the people that get rattled by the media, the headlines, the storylines, Twitter and stuff like that, it's the young guys, it's the rookies, specifically the quarterbacks. Geno Smith, Hackenberg, Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson. It seems like the New York media gets to those guys a little bit more. Whether it's the veterans just being older, whether it's them just having more experience, knowing how the NFL works, it is what it is. But bottom line is this. I love Derek Carr. You guys know I love Derek Carr. I know a lot of you guys love Derek. I know he's not for everybody though. But man, when I look at Carr and I'm picturing him with the green and white next season, throwing at Garrett Wilson, throwing to Elijah Moore, Tyler Conklin, these guys, handing the ball off to Breece Hall, having a top defense, an elite defense for once. I mean, I know Derek Carr hasn't had a ton of playoff success. I know he's not, multiple time Super Bowl winner here or anything like that. But at the end of the day, it is a team game, and the defenses that Derek Carr has had, throughout his years, literally since 2014 with the Raiders, they haven't been that effective. They haven't been all that good. You match that with inconsistencies at numerous areas. The team constantly whiffing on first-round pick after first-round pick after first-round pick, going through multiple head coaches with John Gruden, Jack Del Rio, Dennis Allen, now McDaniels, 4 head coaches. Man, like, this guy has dealt with so much adversity. The Henry Ruggs situation, the Damon Arnett situation, leaving Oakland, going to Vegas. I mean, man, he's handled it beautifully, right? Beautifully. Things started to crumble in Vegas, with Raiders and, McDaniels right around Christmas time, once the Raiders played the Steelers and that game ended with another Raiders loss. According to, I think it was Josh Jacobs, he said that that's right around the time when, Carr and McDaniels really started to have their falling out. But man, you look at Carr's resume, I feel like he's pretty much a lock to throw 20 plus touchdowns a season. He is durable. He is reliable. He is consistent. He has been the franchise quarterback for the Raiders since 2014, literally since he was drafted. I've been saying this in, pretty much every video about Carr here, but it's like, literally, so he comes in as a second-round pick. Have the Raiders had any quarterback question marks? Has there been an article written? Has there been any sort of storylines surrounding moving on from Derek Carr since 2014? Up until, I want to say, like a couple of weeks ago, right? Up until Carr started to really have his struggles with McDaniels. No, there hasn't. Right, he has been the guy. He has been the Raiders franchise quarterback. We can look at the numbers. He's literally one of the best Raider quarterbacks in franchise history. That is massive. He's a great teammate. He's an accurate thrower of the football. He plays every single Sunday. I mean, this guy doesn't miss games. I think he's missed 3 total games due to injury in his entire career. That number could be a little bit wrong. I have to double check on that, but it's in the single digits, as opposed to a guy like, Jimmy Garoppolo, who's missed a ton of games, as opposed to, a guy like Zach Wilson, who's been hurt both times, or both seasons with the New York Jets. We can look at Sam Darnold, hurt every single season with the Jets outside of the 1 year where he missed time due to mono. So I think the reliability is huge. If I'm Joe Douglas, I'm getting that contract in his face, and I'm making it extremely difficult for him to leave the building. Extremely difficult, right? I don't want to say you have to lock it in, because there's still so many available options. And again, I know Carr isn't for everybody, but if I'm Joe Douglas, this deal's getting done this weekend. I am making it extremely difficult for Carr to leave. You don't have to give up any draft picks. That's the beauty of this whole thing. When do franchise quarterbacks hit the open market in free agency? This is huge. This is absolutely huge. The Jets bring in Derek Carr this weekend. This is going to be massive. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for... By the way, before Carolina, before Tampa Bay, before Washington, before Atlanta, I know those two teams aren't really linked, but we'll see how it plays out. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, and as always, go Jets.